right. Hail, everybody. Hail to you. Hey, what's up, Matt? Thanks for joining the live stream, man. So, guys, if you don't mind, just give it a few more minutes, get some folks to join, share the video around if you want. Be sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Who else we got here? Hey there, how are you? The lighting and stuff right now is kind of hard for me to see the names, but I'm acknowledging everybody that's coming in. So hail and welcome to everybody on this very, very hot, very humid, oppressively hot Tears Day. Guys, I think this is probably to date the hottest on record. The air is so thick and heavy. It's very oppressive. I mean, even this morning when it was still dark, it was like 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Very humid, very oppressive. We're probably going to hit triple digits today. Actual temperatures are close to it, with like the real feel temperatures breaking triple digit. If you're out here dealing with this heat somewhere, please be careful. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of fluids, all that fun stuff. But so I'm going to be live here for about the next 15 minutes or so on my lunch break today, talking to you guys a little bit about some stuff. Open to questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about while we're here. Anybody that joins. So I want to talk about the next podcast episode, which I do on anchor.fm. If you go down after this video is over into the description, there's going to be a link that you can click on that takes you to other links of all the ways that you can support Midgard Musings, and the link to the anchor.fm podcast is on there. I'm also distributed on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, a bunch of others. So if podcasts are your thing and you want to follow me on a podcast platform, you can check me out Spotify and then all the other ones that I mentioned. But anchor.fm is an app, and it's a site that you can use for podcast streaming, and that's what I use. So you can follow me there. And so this Wednesday, I usually do new podcast episodes every Wednesday morning. I'm actually going to be recording the episode tonight because I won't be able to upload it, or I won't be able to record it tomorrow like I normally do. But it will go up tomorrow morning, is the hope. And it's kind of a part 2 of the part 1 of Sumble, talking about what Sumble is. I did that episode last week. So again, if you want to know more about that, check out the podcast, Midgard Musings podcast, and listen to the last episode. So it's going to be part 2 of me just kind of going back and correcting or clarifying some things from the first episode based off of information that I've gathered from other sources since then. So definitely check that out and follow the podcast on there. Be sure to, again, subscribe to the Midgard Musings YouTube channel here. Click that subscribe button. We are trying to get to 2,000 subs by the first of the year, and just need three new subscribers every day, each day until then. So if you guys know anyone who isn't subscribed yet, or if you're not subscribed yet, or you just know people who are into Norse heathenry, definitely share the videos around and invite your friends to come be a part of this here. So tomorrow morning, usually pretty early in the morning, is when the podcast will be up. And so there's that. Now, this Sunday, there is, just checking comments, making sure I'm not missing anybody. Next Sunday, the topic of discussion, I usually reveal that on the Facebook page on Wednesdays. But since I don't go live here on the channel, except for Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and because I think some folks may be only using the YouTube platform and don't necessarily get on Facebook, that's where I do all my daily stuff, guys. I do my daily rune draws and share all kinds of neat, quotes of inspirational stuff from some of the sagas and Norse texts and whatnot. But if you don't follow me on Facebook, Midgard Musings on Facebook, you can. But if you don't, and if that's really not your thing, I figured I would just go ahead and kind of give you guys a heads up as to what the video is going to be about this Sunday. Kind of give you a sneak peek. So, what I'm going to be talking about is going to be on the subject of grief, dealing with grief, suffering loss, and how to kind of, or how heathens approach it, or might kind of looking at it from a heathen context, because it's something that we all face with in our lives. You know, we all have moments where we're grieving and suffering loss, various types. So what does that type of, how does that emotion translate to for heathens, and how do we kind of process that emotion, or those feelings? And this actually comes as a suggested video subject, or a suggested thing to talk about from one of my patrons on Patreon. So if you are not yet a patron, I mean, I'll take suggestions all day long, guys. It's not like you have to be a patron to get a video put out there, but it does help push it up into the queue a little bit. So if you're not a patron, again, you can go to the link in the description of the videos and follow the Patreon link and become a patron. And I will gladly address the subject matter, or consider talking about the subject matter that you want to talk about for that specific thing in an upcoming video. So that comes to me from one of my patrons on Patreon. Her name is Janet King. So thank you, Janet, for suggesting that. And that's going to be the subject of this Sunday's video. So I hope you guys tune in on Sunday. It'll be a live discussion on Facebook, and then a video uploaded later that night or early the next morning. Now, the Facebook live streams are Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time. So just adjust the time accordingly based on whatever time zone you're in. But definitely come hang out with me if you're able to at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time for that discussion. But if you miss it, no worries. The videos do stay up on the Facebook page that you can watch later on. But if you want to interact with me in real time, come join me on the live stream there on Facebook. And but again, worst case scenario, you can't catch it, or you want to listen or watch it later, it'll be up on the YouTube channel either later that night or first thing Monday morning, depending on how my internet wants to work and how the computer wants to work, because most of the times I'm usually able to get the videos up Sunday night. Sometimes, depending on technical things, it may have to wait till get uploaded to the channel Monday morning, so that kind of all depends. One other thing I figured I would share with all of you is, like I said before, I do the rune draws every day. Over on Facebook, I post the content in a photo with some discussion about the specific rune that I've drawn. But not everybody on YouTube gets to see all that, obviously, because I don't share the posts on the community tab section of the page, or of the channel. So what I thought I would do is, at least on Mondays, Tuesdays, and then on Fridays is kind of like my completion of it all. I look at all the runes that I've drawn each day of the week, and kind of come up with the lesson plan, or the lesson learned of the runes that I've gotten from that week. So I'll share with you guys my rune draw for today, and then I will come back on Friday morning during the live stream and kind of give you the rundown of what all the rest of the runes for the week were to make up the lesson. So today's rune draw was Onsus. For all of you Anglo-Saxon heathens out there, you might call it Os. But it is an Onsus, and the Elder Futhark said is the rune of Odin. Specifically, it's Odin's rune, and it has to do with the breath, or communication, inspiration, transmission of knowledge through communication. So the breath, you know, speaking words, and that sort of thing. So it's a very deep rune, but that's a lot of the biggest connections with that rune that it has. It kind of makes the awe sound. So like a softer A, or like a soft hard, not, yeah, like a hard soft O, like O, like in uh, awaken, you know, like the A in awaken at the beginning of awaken is O. So it kind of makes that A sound, and that's the rune that I drew today. Yesterday's rune draw was Tiwaz, Tears rune. So there's so far lessons to be learned through sacrifice and victory, through communication, conveying of knowledge, uh, sharing of knowledge, that sort of thing. So um, there'll be more in-depth analysis to the rest of the week's rune draws and how the runes around it play for the whole week's lesson, but that'll be coming up here on the channel Friday morning during the live stream Friday morning, which again, I do go live here on the channels 3 days a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, around 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So that just about does it for me, guys. That's all I really wanted to share. Thank you for tuning in, watching the live stream, posting your comments, listening. If you liked it, just give it a thumbs up. It helps the videos get shared by the Facebook or the YouTube algorithm. Gets the videos kind of up in the eyes and platform, you know, of other viewers of similar interests. So thank you to everybody that came by and listened and watched the live stream today. I greatly appreciate your support, and I look forward to hearing from you guys and talking to you on Friday's stream. So everybody have a great rest of the day, and I will see you Friday morning. So hail, and thank you all.